been a struggle. Meanwhile, I see 150 people. We're at the Harmony Club, and tomorrow night at the Plaza with 200 more. Go figure. Like Eloise, you are. Anyways, thank you everyone for coming and being a part of Sammy's special weekend. I must say I'm quite nervous to be speaking tonight. It's not that I'm nervous about not being funny. It's more that roasting one of the world's most sensitive people seems like it could really go south on me very quickly. I can definitely see this speech upsetting the bride, ruining the day she spent the last 26 years planning, scaring Mitchell away, and more importantly, landing me on Debbie's bad side. Luckily for all of you, my mom already hates me. Mitchell has all his stuff stored in my house, so he's not going anywhere. And Sammy has already read this speech and given me permission to proceed. So here we go. A few months ago, Sammy went on vacation, and Mitchell and Ruby came up to Westchester, just the two of them. That weekend, him, Jess, and I, Alex and Max, went to Luzardi's, which is a nice fancy Italian restaurant, for dinner. Every other table was looking at us, unable to figure out what the hell these two Mexican boys were doing at an upscale restaurant with a 10-year-old girl and a random older good-looking couple. Apart from the strange glances, we all commented throughout the dinner how much fun we were all having without Sammy. And how relaxed Mitchell seemed. He was cracking jokes, loving life, drinking and eating well. He had a real pep in his step. I think that weekend might have been the last great weekend in Mitchell's life. While it is common at weddings for a man's fate to be discussed in a hyperbolically ominous tone, it's rare that the source of this talk is the bride's brother himself. While Mitchell has been with Sammy for 7 years already, and hopefully by now knows full well exactly what he's gotten himself into, I have been with Sammy for 26 years, and assure you, Mitchell, you have no clue. I imagine at this point many of you, probably the ones on Mitchell's side, are wondering why I would say something so mean about my sister that I love so much. Especially given that to you, I'm sure she has been nothing short of fun, loving, and kind. To be honest, it's not that she isn't fun, loving, and kind. She is, about 80% of the time. The other 20% of the time, it's as if her body and mind are consumed by some sort of crazy demon, prone to epic meltdowns, severe mood swings, and passive-aggressive warfare. While I cannot fault her for this behavior, given her genetics, it still is important that I mention it, just in case the few of you that have not experienced it one day come across 20% Sammy. I remember a few years ago walking through the airport with Sammy, one of those places where Nut Sammy often rears her head, and she was wearing a shirt that said, "Not a morning person." I remember turning to her and saying, "Where are your shirts for afternoon, evening, and night?" All I can say is, Mitchell, try to schedule some of those long office hours you're going to have around Sammy's mood cycles. Hopefully, if you haven't figured it out by now, you will be able to time these things and maintain your sanity. In all seriousness, though, if there is anyone that will be able to not only handle my sister, but also change her for the better, it is you, Mitchell. Your calm demeanor, happy disposition, and rational head all help both of you greatly. Max, Alex, and I are unbelievably lucky that of all the many, many, many guys that she brought home before you, it's you she chose. You make our family better, and we are excited that you've agreed to do this. Sammy, I probably should have let off with this, but I really do love you very much. It's easy for me to say this, as I won't be the one that lives with you on a daily basis. But you really are a kind, considerate, loyal, and loving sister. I was lucky to have you growing up, and I am lucky to have you now. I know that there is nothing you wouldn't do for me, and I hope, in spite of these nasty things that I'm saying about you, you realize that there's nothing I would not do for you either. In closing, I just wanted to tell all of you a quick story. Earlier this year, when Sammy and Mitchell first had Ruby up to our house in Westchester, they quickly realized that my parents would need to install an electric fence in order to keep Ruby safe. A few weeks later, my mom, who, as all of you know, loves dogs, finally succumbed to weeks of Sammy's pestering and had the fence installed. Only now, after all of that work, Sammy did not feel comfortable having her prized Ruby wear the shock collar. So what did she do? She forced Mitchell to put on the collar and walk through the electric fence and get shocked himself. Mitchell, all I can say is good luck. May God have mercy on you. And welcome to the family. I love both of you.